Most people are seeking security, financially and psychologically. In search for that security, fear becomes the foundation behind the moves you make. What is up, family? That is the quote that I am breaking down today. This is Anthony Minaya speaking. I want to welcome everybody to the quote breakdown. It's brought to you by the All Moves podcast. And I want to welcome everybody to the show. Again, shout out to my audio listeners, those who are listening on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Anchor, and many other platforms as well. I want to welcome you to the show. And also, shout out to my YouTube peoples. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Uh, let's just jump right into this. The caption on this post is it's the reason why people will just accept whatever comes their way. They won't question the thing that claims to give them some type of financial or psychological security, no matter how bad it makes them feel. The moves will be based off of fear, and that will limit all human potential and creativity. The goal is to study why one is in need of security and address these problems immediately. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, the quote breakdown is a show where I break down the posts and the quotes that I put up on social media. Most of the time, these quotes are original. When they're not original, I always quote the person that I get it from. So let's just jump right into this. Most people are seeking security, right? Now, it could be based off of how you were taught, how you were brought up, the people you associate with. But if you look at the moves that most people make, the foundation behind the moves most people make is fear, right? Fear is the foundation, right? And most people are seeking security. Now, I personally, give me a second. uh, Most people are seeking security, right? They're seeking security. Now, I've experienced this growing up, right? Hey, you got to make sure, in the form of going to school, make sure you go to school, get good grades, get a good job, right? And work for 40 years of your life to make sure you get a pension or a retirement plan or 401k when you retire at the age of 65, and then you can enjoy your life, right? So you got a bunch of people who are aimlessly making moves, not knowing why, right? Just because their parents told them to, just because society and the people around them told them to follow the system, right? And the system is what allows you to continue to do things where you don't know. It's almost robotic. It's almost like, why am I doing this? Again, this is my personal experience, and there's a lot of people I know who's gone through the same experience growing up, right? It's like you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. So what this does, this fear-based thing, just eliminates all human potential and all creativity, right? Because you just accept whatever comes your way. You've accepted what people told you, and you've accept that as truth, right? So someone tells me this is the absolute way, this is what you got to do, don't question it, and you never wonder why. Hey man, why is it that I don't like doing this? Why is it that this doesn't feed my soul? Why is it that this is I'm not enthusiastic to wake up in the mornings, right? And you got to look at that as a form of security, right? To make sure that I get good grades, get a good job, make sure I'm okay. This is to get to be financially stable, to retire at the age of 65, which if you look at that system, that is a broken system. That all that is passed down by generations, by people who want to control you psychologically, right? Which if we look at the school system, it was all based off of fear and and I don't want to say manipulation, but it is to mold a person to work a job, to work at a factory. That was the reason why school was invented to begin with, right? To be able to control the minds of most people and have them work for somebody else for the rest of their life, right? So that is just one form of financial security, right? This is why people will work jobs that they hate. Now, you ever question why somebody will work a job that they hate? Well, I don't want to be broke, or their lifestyle the way they've grown up, the way that they've been taught. It's to accept whatever comes your way, work a job you hate because there's no actual real skills that this person has developed. They don't trust themselves to do anything else. They don't have the patience to do anything else. They just accept whatever. Let me accept whatever just to pay some bills, just so I can sit around and do nothing, enjoy myself, right? So they think, and then they wonder why they feel a certain way about themselves. They wonder why they feel so lost in life. And psychologically as well, why would one stay in a relationship, in a toxic relationship that brings them more pain, right? Why does one want to stay when the relationship is already broken? When they got together for all the wrong reasons, when you got with the person you're with for all the wrong reasons, when you became friends with somebody for all the wrong reasons, for selfish reasons, to use them for your psychological benefit. Now, again, why would somebody just accept that? That's all based off of fear and security, right? Somebody can be there when I feel lonely. Someone can be there when I'm sad. Someone can give me cuddles. Me. Someone I can talk to. Someone I can rely on. Someone I. Everything is about I, me. But when is it about them? When is it about the other person? And that is a person who leads with love. When you lead with love, then it's never about you. It's never all about you. It's about them, right? But most people you hear say, oh, it's me. This person doesn't do this for me. This person cheated on me. This person doesn't do this for me. Now, in search for this security, I gave you some examples, some famous and popular examples. In search for that security, fear becomes the foundation behind the moves you make. So that means in wanting this security, everything you do will be based off of fear. It'll be almost robotic. It'll be step by step. I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. And then somebody asks you, why are you doing that? And you're like, I don't know, right? You never actually know why you're doing what you're doing or why you've accepted the thing that you're going for, right? Like the jobs that people work at. Like you see, the work a job because you got to pay the bills and you got a family. I totally understand, right? But what most people do is they don't use this money to be able to stack up and to be able to flip it to do something that brings them that brings purpose in their life or something that they're passionate about, right? Something that can really create true freedom within their life. What they do is they accept, they complain, right? They argue about why they're doing what they're doing. They get upset, they complain, and they wonder why they live a miserable existence. They wonder why they're so sick and tired every single day, why they hate Mondays. They hate Mondays and they look forward to Fridays. They wonder why, right? But they never question the moves they're making. They never question, why am I working this job? I understand I have to pay the bills. I understand I have kids. I understand I have to put food on the table. But why am I staying at this level? Why am I not looking to advance from this? Why am I not looking to strategically put myself in the best position possible so I no longer have to be in this situation anymore, so I can continue to grow, so I can do what I'm passionate about? That is something that people need to ask themselves, right? See, when all your moves is based off of fear, like I said in the caption, it will limit all human potential and creativity. Now this becomes the life that you live. Now this becomes who you actually are. Now fear becomes who you are. And once you live in fear, you're not free. You're not free in the mind. You're very limited. You have a narrow way of living, a narrow way of life because you're in search of this security, this safety, right? So you won't make any moves. You're actually not living if you actually look at it. You're actually not living to your full potential. You just accepted whatever society says is true, whatever gives you the most comfort temporarily. But overall, we all know that human beings are not meant to be that way. Human beings are not meant to be in safety and security. Human beings were meant to look, just think about in the beginning of time when we were every single day was looking what we're going to eat today. There was purpose every single day. What are we going to hunt for today? What are we going to do today to make sure we survive to the next day? What are we going to do? And there was always ambition. There was always drive. There was always something to do, right? There was never comfort. It was a day of food, a day of hunting, a day of studying, right? Because we had to study the fruits from the trees, which one is edible, which one's not, which one's poisonous. Somebody had to take one home from the team, right? And we were always in search of something new. Oh, what is this? Let's try this. And we always had to be creative. We always had to use our minds. And then the next day come, we had to do the same thing again. We got to wake up in the morning. Where's the nearest river? Let's look at that. Where's the buffaloes? Where they're going? What plants can we eat? What traps can we set? We're not meant for that. We're not meant to sit around and do nothing. We're not meant to sit around and accept, a miserable existence. That's not what we're here to do. We're meant to grow, to thrive, and to live, man, to be free. So that's something to think about, family. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you found value in this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're listening to this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on the audio, please leave a review on the show. Share this with somebody you know, and I shall catch you guys next time. I appreciate and love you all. Take care. Peace.